Hello and welcome along to episode 36 of A View from Section C, the Don Michelle sponsored A View from Section C podcast. Episode 36 title changes, and we'll get into that very shortly after today's breaking news. Numerous breaking news.
Numerous.
So yeah, Larzo, how are you this week?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm gonna call somebody here, Junior. Okay.
Okay. But I'm looking at the time. We're 30 seconds into the podcast this week, and we're
I'm,
calling
yeah,
somebody out.
I'm calling somebody out, right? And it's to do with football. Okay. So, as you know, we are good friends with the lads from a Dode Fox podcast.
Yep. Yeah.
And they helped us when we started this off, with a few sort of tips and hints and stuff like that. And I've just finished listening to Davy Bowman's 4-hour podcast. It was like his interview went for about 4 hours. I reckon it went longer than Sean Dillon's. And it gets there, and near the end, Dave Bowman talks about the guys, the Ogren's that own United.
The owners, yeah.
And the owners, right? And they had an American football team, and they had an ice hockey team. And that was the first I knew about it. And, we speak about the Dode Fox podcast on here a lot.
Yeah.
So you would have thought, ice hockey, let's go and mention the lads. And no, what a couple of shitebacks. The two of them, McNichol and Costello, couple of shitebacks.
No,
Never even gave a mention.
That might have to be a ban.
Yeah, Dave Bowman lined them up.
Yeah.
Never took them
swing it out the park and nothing.
Yeah.
You know what, lads? Because we know you listen in. We're not angry. We're just disappointed. Just disappointed in yous.
It's no anger. It's just disappointment, is it? Yeah, they're about as disappointing as the football team. Let's be honest.
No, maybe disappointing as the hockey team as well. So
yeah. Well, yes. So you had Pizzagate, I've had Podcastgate. Let's move on. And breaking news: my phone has been going for the back of dinner time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So let's get straight into it. It is the segment known as Out with the Old. We're not in with the new yet, but we believe there's new guys on the way. But out with the old. So 3 players released this afternoon. Let's start obviously the first one in our captain Fabrizio Ricci. I noticed on Saturday, and I mentioned it to Shannon, there was no C on the jersey.
No C on the jersey. A lot of people noticed that.
And it was just, maybe it's came off or whatever. But there we go. That's probably why. Looking for a new captain. What is your thoughts on, firstly, Fab leaving, and then going to the dark side with Pash?
Yeah. Come on. When we signed them, I thought it was a really good signing. If we got the Fabrizio Ricci of how many years ago it was.
Yeah.
We never got him. For whatever reason, we never got him. I was expecting Fab to come in and being D-men's faces and just being an absolute rat. Honestly, that's what I expected.
Yep.
And we never got it. We just didn't get it. For whatever reason. Now, that could be maybe Fab's changed his game. It's might be the way the coach wanted him to play. We never got the best out of him. He had 7 points in 15 games or something, I think it was. Nottingham would say 2 + 5 and I think it was 2 + 5 in 15 games.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And even then, the 2 + 5, I think he had 1 + 3 one weekend over 2 games, and that was, however many games in. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. We always say it, we're a podcast where we didn't individually target players, but now that they're gone, it's not open season. I don't mean that. It's no. What I mean is, I think we can probably put it out there that we didn't see the Fabrizio Ricci of old. And the prime example of those 2 incidents was one when Chris Lawrence went after Barriga, cross-checked him 3 or 4 times, and then Ricci steps in and pushes Barriga away. I think it was Barriga.
It was.
Whoever player it was. And then the weekend there against Coventry, when we have the Stramash in front of the goal, the guy rips his helmet off, and Fab just kind of pushes his head down, rips his helmet off, and then skates away. No, you're getting pumped.
Yeah.
Drop the fucking gloves. I'm sorry. Just drop them and go them. Didn't give him the option.
Yeah. I think Ricci of old would have done that.
Yeah. But
so I'm not surprised, and I'm saying I'm not surprised, but I probably he was the captain, and it's not often you get rid of the captain. A lot more players tend to go before the captain, but as a player, without the captaincy, I'm not surprised.
I'm still a little surprised as a player because, as I've said it on social media today, I don't usually come out on social media and kind of slate guys, but there are other players in front of him for me, forwards and D-men, who should be let go before him. But as we've noticed, he's went to Nottingham, so there's obviously been talks of him leaving rather than he's getting punted. It's maybe been a mutual agreement. Nottingham have maybe came in for him. I do believe Omar was trying to get him to sign before the start of the season. So could just be that they've came in with another offer for him. Could be more money.
It might well be. And the thing about it is, these guys, we've said it umpteen times, contracts in the Elite League aren't the worth of paper they're written on. He hands in 2 weeks' notice and goes. So I'd like to think that Omar, if Nottingham have came in for him, they've probably did it the correct way, and they've then allowed him to sort of go through the process of sort of work his leave and notice, and then that's it now up today, play the weekend, and then announce it. If it's been done that way, then fine.
Yeah.
But as a captain, I'm surprised, but as a player, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So speaking of no surprises, with players being released, the other two that were released was Francis Marotte and Devon Daniels. For me, the two of them had to go. They had to go. I wasn't a fan of either of them.
I wouldn't have kept sitting behind you at the game. Jeez, I would.
Listen, I'm going to say, I can say this now. I have never seen a softer player play for the Stars. Daniels was just so soft.
I'll agree with you on it, right? But I'm gutted because see, when we signed him, I thought he was going to be a superstar. Honestly, I don't know what it was. I thought this kid is going to come in and he's going to be one of our top players. I thought he was going to be a flowing D-man. I knew he wasn't a big build, but I thought his skill and his ability would have got him there. And it's no work for the lad yet.
Nah, I didn't think he was going to be a top player. I thought that his skating ability was second to none. He was a fantastic skater.
Yeah.
But on the puck, so nervous. Always looked like he was intimidated by guys. Again, he showed a little bit of fight on Saturday, but I think it was at the third period where he gave the boy a cross check and then skated away from him. No. Again, fucking do something about it. You're getting pumped. The fans are on your backs right now. You know, there was a lot of boos, which we'll come on to. But yeah, for me, he was our worst player this year. And I'm thoroughly agree with him going.
Listen, I'm only saying I'm surprised because I thought he was going to be better than what he was. Again, the decision's been made and it's the correct decision. It's not a surprise that he's been let go. We need to do something at the back end. We can't keep letting forward. We can't keep letting forwards go and sign D-men now. You've got to let a D-man go to bring a D-man in. So whoever comes in, I'll guarantee is going to be a lot bigger than Daniels. A lot bigger.
So Daniels gone, and then obviously Marotte, the goalie. So massive.
I feel bad for him. I really, really do.
I don't think he's any.
I don't think he's as bad as what people are making him out to be.
So what I've said to a couple of people is, I don't think he was any worse than Svensson, but he certainly wasn't any better than Svensson.
I thought they were on a par.
So
really do.
I
I
really
think they're
don't.
on a par.
I really don't understand the signing of him. I still don't get it. We said it at the time. I say it now. I still don't get it, and that has completely wasted an import spot
Yeah,
for us.
yeah,
Absolutely wasted it, and I really
yeah,
don't know who thought that was a bright idea.
yeah.
Listen, it could be Jeff, it could be the owners. I apologise, but it was the most ridiculous decision I've seen
Yeah,
made at the club.
it was a strange decision to bring him in, um, but they brought him in, and I don't know. And see when he was here, I don't know if the goalies then knew who was the number one. I sat with Billy. Me and Billy had
Yeah,
a blather about it, and I think they brought Marotte in. Was it to put a rocket up his Svensson's arse? I don't know. Or were they maybe thinking we're going to get rid of Svensson again? Don't
yeah,
know. But it's not worked out, so it now means we've wasted an import slot.
yep,
What I was pissed off with on at the weekend, um, when he got pulled and Priest went in, I could understand people sort of getting behind Priest to go on, but there was a lot of cheering when Marotte left the ice. I did not like that at all. You know
I
what I mean?
I stood up. I stood up and
It's,
applauded for Priest coming in because it's the best
it,
decision Jeff's made all season.
but for me, it's bad enough, right? The team are getting booed off without your goalie getting pulled and people cheering because he's getting pulled. That's no right.
Yeah,
I
I,
wouldn't be
I'm
surprised if Marotte went, you know what? I'm fucking out of here if this is the way you get treated up here.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it was cheer for him going off. I think it was for
I
Priest
think
going
it
on
was, there was
personally.
a lot, there was, nah. I think there was a lot of cheering because Marotte was getting pulled.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was for Priest, but yeah. Three leavers out with the old. I
Yeah,
think
it's a,
again. I still
wow.
think there's guys in the roster that should be very worried right now because
Well,
they're not good enough. They aren't.
no,
It's as
I'll
simple
tell
as
you
that.
now, if this does not put rockets up people's asses, they don't deserve to play for Dundee Stars. They didn't.
No,
I said
no.
that. I think I listened to Jeff's interview after the Guildford game, where he spoke about players are not playing with pride. And I went to, as soon as I heard that, I went on
Hmm.
social media and I just put pride question mark. If these players don't want to play with pride for the club, then get them out straight away.
Yeah.
I'd rather, and this is, I'm not being cheeky towards like Johnny McBean or Ben Brown, right? These laddies would jump at the chance to get regular shifts
Yep.
in the Elite League, and they might not be the greatest ever, but they'll play with a bit of pride.
Yep. Yep.
I'd rather play with these guys and get pumped the same score every week, but at least they'll show a bit of heart.
Yeah.
If you're not playing with pride, get out.
Yeah. And I think it's one thing, certainly from from Mike Ward. Mike Ward will be saying that to them. If you not got fucking pride, you're out the door. Because,
Definitely.
Mike's always been about pride, even from the BNL days, when he used to go in the changing room after the game
Yeah,
and kick up
yeah,
fuck, boot bins at
exactly.
people. That's what's on the line is the Stars' pride right now, and there's nothing there.
Junior,
Um,
let's be honest, right? Over the past 20 years, these guys have pumped money into that club left, right, and
mhm,
centre. And there could be players up there that are just skating about, not giving a fuck. Well,
yeah,
I'll tell you, if that was my money, I'd be exactly the same. If you're not playing with pride, off you pop.
yeah,
Go, just
definitely,
leave. Everybody will say,
definitely,
thanks very much, see you later, off you pop.
yeah. So 3 players out. Probably will be short benched for the weekend unless these contracts and visas have been getting done in the background
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, there is one player. There is one player rumoured, but whether it happens or not, I really don't know. I seen that on Twitter. A 6'2" D man or something.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah.
rumoured. Nottingham let the guy Johnson go.
And you've
I think
started that
he'd
rumor.
be. Eh?
And you've started that rumor.
No, never. No, I
No, I
never
mean
started that rumor.
you've started that rumor to get him in.
Oh right. I would take him in a heartbeat. I would take him in a heartbeat.
He'll end up at
However,
Fife.
that's a lot of Fifers are saying that, because of the connection with Lackinen and also the other guy that fucking just scores goals for fun. Was it Cavallati?
Cavallati. Or Giazzolati.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I was speaking to a couple of guys today, and I said, if we could get him and stick him on a line with Reinhardt or Soki, that would make a really good line.
Yeah. So speaking of Blaze, obviously we played them at the weekend on the Saturday, and Guildford on the Sunday again. So at home to Coventry, it wasn't again the best of performances. I actually called the very first goal just as they broke down the ice. So Nathaniel Halbert at 19 seconds, David Clements at 3:44, Alex Forbes on the power play at 7:12, Peyton Franti, is it? Yeah, Franti at 13:16, John Curran at 20:38, right at the start of the second period, and then Sonche with a consolation goal assisted by Semyonovs and Bariga at 40:24. Giving the Blaze an easy 5-1 victory. I don't feel that they got out of second, third gear the whole night. They just cruised and cruised. Danny Stewart, I listened to him, believe it or not, after the game, and he said that we got out of the blocks like we wanted to do. Quick goal at the start of the second, that completely settled us for the rest of the game. So it was a shit show again.
It was, and I know that Britton came in relief of Marotte. He did well. You can't say that he
was the only saving grace.
Sort of outstanding saves. There was no sort of world-beating saves, but he went in and did a job.
There was for me
one goal.
Yeah, for me there was a couple of flashy saves from with a glove.
I think there was a glove save, was there?
Yeah, on the breakaway. Save? Not long after he first went in. But I think Britton going in was the only kind of saving grace of that performance. It was good to see that, because when we put him in the other week against the Giants, first shot, first goal on him. So I'm glad that he only surrendered the one. Did Coventry test him as much as they would have had it?
They had a few shots.
Britton played well, no doubt about it. But as I say, they didn't get out second and third gear. So the D at the back, but they did leave him hung out to dry a few times, and he still saved them. But
I know I don't know what it is with the defense. I really don't. It's like, I think we've said this before. It's like the defense want to play as forwards, and the forwards are acting like D-men half the time.
Yeah.
But there is just no cohesion at the back for whatever reason.
No. And the amount of goals against is absolutely hellish.
So I think I can't remember where I posted it, whether it was on Facebook or Twitter. It was on social media someplace. And I think it was after the Company game. And it was something like our goal scoring for average was 2. And our goals against average was around about 5, something like that. So as soon as teams score 3 goals, we're looking at ourselves thinking, game's over. Yeah. Because we're only scoring an average of 2 goals a game. Yeah. So as much as we're shipping goals, and the D are getting a lot of flack, and rightly so, we're not putting up goals.
No.
We are not scoring a lot of goals.
And your average was correct going into the Guildford Flames games. Yeah. So, again, quick early goal. Daniel Tedesco at 4:08. Tom Rutkus equalised at 23:59. And then the tweet came from the Stars of, we were absolutely dominant. And Guildford, against the run of play, scored through Owen Griffith at 31:28. Ian McNulty, 32:09. Brett Ferguson at 36:51. And then another consolation from Elijah Bariga, assisted by Soki and Dow at 48:10 to give us a 4-2 loss in Guildford. Now, a better result, especially down there.
Yeah.
Not disgraced. I heard that the performance was a lot better, except for that 5, 6, 7 minute spell where we've shipped in 3.
Yeah. For me, again, the biggest positive is Big Priest are starting in the goal.
Yeah.
Called it on Saturday, and I said
Yeah.
that we should go. What's the worst that could happen? Right, we're getting beat at home badly. We're getting beat away badly. Let's go and put the laddie in, and let's see how he gets on. And apart from that wee spell, he gave us a chance to win again.
Yeah. I
And
was going
then
to
they
say, was
scored
that a wee subliminal sponsorship by Dr. Pepper there? What's the worst that could happen?
All right, I never knew that. That was good. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Anyway.
Priester standing on his head again.
Yeah.
You know, again, only 4 goals in Guildford. That's good. You know, considering how many times we've went down there and been absolutely blown away by them.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger teams have been blown away by them there. So yeah, it was a disappointing weekend again. We did say that we'd want the 2 points against Coventry and hope for something on the road, or we can get one at each place. But again, it's a 0 point weekend, which now has us down to 9th, level on points with Fife, who have jumped us into 8th place.
Yeah, I'm no defeatist, right? I'm not, but I do worry. Worry.
You know what?
What is it? 12, 13 years the clan have been going.
Yeah.
And it's their worst start ever. Mm-hmm. And they're only 3 points behind us and they've got a game in hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a concern. And we need to start winning games now.
Yeah. I posted it on Facebook today. And I was just honest about it. I do have the feelings of Newcastle, Edinburgh, Milton Keynes. The way everything's going right now, you know, there's, from what we see on the ice, performances aren't great. What we're seeing happening off the ice and players moving, you know, if we bring them in, fine. No, we're replacing them, great. But it doesn't look good as an outsider. You know, if I was a neutral fan looking at this, it does not look good at all. Attendances are down. There's no way there was 1,200 at the game on Saturday. A lot of season tickets holder seats were empty. A lot. I watched back the highlights, and behind the benches was empty. We see it across the ice when we're at the games. Behind the penalty boxes were empty. It's not looking good. But again, winning teams put bums on seats.
Definitely.
So these new guys coming in, if we can get them in, when we get them in, because I think Jeff's pretty much adamant there is contracts out there, visas are waiting to be done. Get these new guys in. Hopefully, it's the change that's needed. I'm always trying to be the optimist for the Stars. I always have, because it's the club we've supported for, what's that, 21 year. But this is the first time I've really felt worried about the club and the results.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And let's be honest, there's not going to be a bottomless pit of money.
No.
There won't be.
No.
We cannot afford to keep bringing players in, and I'm going to be brutal here. Poor recruitment of bringing players in and then letting them go.
Yeah.
And as you say, whether we agree on how good or how bad a netminder Marotte was or is, he should never have been brought in the first place.
And he plays 4 games.
Yeah.
Now, what does that say to you as a new player potentially coming in? The goalie got 4 games and then punted.
That's what I'm saying, eh?
But yeah,
he should never. For me, Marotte should never have been put in that position unless they were bringing him in and he was going to be staying. And for example, maybe Anton was going to maybe go back to Sweden, for example.
Yeah.
Right? But Marotte should never have been put in that position. We've always said it. Everybody said it. It was a strange sign-in. And it makes it even stranger now that they've released him after 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Disappointing weekend. Players have went out, which takes it on to the preview for Cardiff Devils this weekend. 1 game weekend. And then we go into a midweek game the following Thursday, but we'll get another episode in before that. But yeah, Cardiff Devils coming off of a absolute pumping from Belfast. 9-3 did it finish?
Yeah. I'm disappointed. I'm
Yeah,
really disappointed.
thoroughly
They
disappointed.
scored 9. They were 9 up in the second and never scored the goal in the third. Come on.
I know.
Get racking them up. You're at home.
Yep.
Let your fans enjoy it. Rack them up.
Yep. But again, we'd be saying, if it was us, we'd be saying, fucking dickheads, fucking racking it up.
Of course you would. Of course you would. However, so Saturday's game, right, is either going to finish about 9-all or 1-0 after penalties.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll finish 9-0. So I don't think we've got very much offensive firepower. If we're averaging 2 goals, Lars, where are you getting your 9th?
What I'm saying is the Cardiff defence is maybe not as good as what it has been.
Yeah, but so Cardiff at the weekend, that could be dangerous. Especially with guys going again. If we get guys in, great, but I am thinking we are going to be short benched. We're going to be a few imports down. I'm trying to think what we were 1 over still, and now we were at least 3, so we're 2 under.
2 under, I think.
Yeah,
that's
so
what
we're 2 imports short.
I think we're 2 short.
I think it is. So 2 imports short. Still enough for 3 lines and a full decor. But
but remember, to get that full decor though, do we not have to play a forward in D? Because remember, Daniels is away.
Oh yeah, right enough.
Yeah.
Aye, we're at a full decor then.
So you've got 5 D men.
Yeah.
If we could replace it, even if we could replace Daniels by the weekend, I'd be okay with that, and get your 6 D men in there, and then just roll your forwards and see what you've got. There's Rutkus chipping in with a goal again.
Yeah,
and
that's the thing.
He seems to chip in every so often, eh?
Yeah, you've got Rutkus who can play D. You've even got Ben Brown who can play D. If you really want to just spell him and Rutkus, maybe between the two of them, spell them one as a forward, one as a D man, switch around the next shift. It might unsettle the D. I don't know, but if someone's wanting to take on that leadership role of maybe going with Ben and giving him the ice time and we'll talk him through the game, Ben's solid enough. Not experienced enough, but solid enough.
Yeah, and you know what? Look at the minutes that Dryden logged up last year. Dryden would probably be able to do it comfortably. Really.
Yeah.
I don't think having Carter at the back's worked.
Oh God, no. God, no.
And that is that. And listen, that's not his fault, right?
No, it's not.
It's not his fault. They've played him there. He was okay, right? He wasn't. He was nothing. He was all right. He didn't make a lot of mistakes.
I thought he was a bomb scare at the back. To be fair, I thought players just went right past him. He wanted to jump up because he's a forward. He naturally wanted to jump up in the play, which then had him out of position. Left a 2-on-1, or him trying to track back. And let's be honest, he is not the quickest skater.
No, that's right. But that's what I'm saying. That's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault. But I think the decision and him playing at the back was a bomb scare. Didn't help us at all.
I'd have rather had Toms playing at the back.
Yeah,
I would have.
Yeah,
Toms has played D for us before and played very well, and he doesn't have to play every single shift. They could maybe play him, give him a shift, and then there's maybe 3 or 4 shifts go past, and then he comes on again, and they do it that way. That's the way Omar done it with him, and he slotted in really well. And the difference we Toms at the back rather than Carter at the back is that Toms is a better skater.
Yeah,
his skating ability to get him out of tricky situations.
Yeah,
and we miss Carter up front.
Yeah. So. Prediction: Cardiff
win. Stars.
A win. Stars.
Win. Stars.
I'm going to go for a I'm going to be that person. I'm going for a comfortable loss. For a comfortable win for Cardiff. I just can't see us getting out this rut against them. When saying that, we got out our losing streak in the very first season, and when they were going for the Guinness World Record. and we're pumped dumb
twice.
Yep. So yeah,
this could be this. I'd like to think this could be the turning point.
Hopefully.
But people have got to stand up and be counted. It just doesn't happen. Like,
yeah,
people have got to work to get things. You have to work to get things. You just it's not like you, Junior. Eh? You just fucking rolled up with a silver spoon in your mouth, right? And got everything. People have got to work for things in life, right? As I say, unlike you, but however,
says you.
The players, I've never debated that. I've worked all my life. You've not.
Do this shit.
Players they've got to put the effort in to get this win. And
effort and pride.
I think they're going to do it.
Okay.
I really, really do. I think they're going to do it. 2-point weekend.
Okay.
And with it only being one game this weekend, they could fucking give it everything for 60 minutes.
Lay it all on the line.
Yeah.
And make early work for our money.
Definitely. And then they get a good win, and then they just fucking go on the drink on Sunday. Happy days.
Yeah. So a quick episode for us this week. We just had to get it in there purely for all the news that happened today. But yeah, here's fingers crossed. I say it every week. Fingers crossed we're sitting here with smiles on our faces next week after a win.
We did try and think about doing a live podcast, but it was, if we were going to do a live podcast, we would announce it that we were going to do a live podcast.
And the other thing as well is, if you've seen me muting a few times today on this and you're watching it on YouTube, I think I might have a bout of food poisoning. I threw up before the show started, and I'm trying to hold it down. So as soon as we go, I'm straight back to the loo. So if we went live and I had to, at least we can edit this if there was an issue. But we will do a live.
I've seen we had a live show. I'd like to do a live show, but I'd like to hear a guest on for a live show. I think it'd be even better.
Yeah. So, but yeah, again, let's hope for a 2-point weekend. Let's hope we can even pick something up against Cardiff. Get a wee bit of momentum going, a wee bit more positivity in the camp. And hopefully we're all cheering rather than booing after Saturday's performance. So yeah, Larzo, final thoughts.
2 points. End of.
2 points. 2 points. End of. Well, again, another episode done. Thanks for listening. Dud Fox Podcast, Shite Bags, and we'll see you all again next week.
See yous.